The black box for the Faro is now in Washington, D.C. It arrived at Mayport yesterday after being recovered near the Bahamas. That was earlier in the week. Investigators say it largely appeared to be intact. What's on the device could go a long way into determining what caused that ship to sink last October. And joining us now is maritime attorney Rob Sullivan. I interviewed one of the parents just a couple days ago. The excitement in his voice, because he was in Texas, about this, it was sort of mixed because, I said, okay, we'll get a chance to, maybe hear this, and maybe, just maybe, I can hear one last message from my son. And now we hear this. I feel awful for this guy.
Yeah, it is too bad. These statutes are created to deal with like airplane crashes where you might have 3 people in the cockpit and you can identify whose voice it is. In this case, any one of the 33 people, and probably most of the 33 people may have been recorded on the bridge recording at some point, and who's going to identify their voices?
Right, so that's the thing. You were saying that, they're going to release a transcript, but how are they going to know who's saying what?
No, I think it's a big flaw in the system that the audio recordings don't get released. They really, in my opinion, need to have the families listen to the recordings, identify who it is that's talking, and see, that's my son talking, that's my daughter talking, and I would like to hear it. Quite frankly, I'm not sure why there is all this secrecy about the audio recordings. You're going to release the transcripts at some point anyway. Why not let people hear what was said? Okay, so we know that this statute is in place. Could there be an exception made to let these people hear this and have some final closure? Because, right now, there are no bodies. Right. There has to be a legitimate investigatory purpose, and there is in this case, in my opinion, for that very purpose, the identification of voices. The other thing is the audio clues that you hear on a ship. If you're not used to being on ships of this type, it's not going to be easy for you to identify when the emergency generator starts or when there's a rupture of steel or crushing of steel. It really takes somebody who's been on these ships to do that. And these NTSB investigators, they do more airplane crashes and truck crashes. They do ship collisions and ship accidents. I really think they're losing out on a big chance to do a better investigation.
What else could we actually find out from, from whatever is on this recorder?
Oh, you're going to find out a lot. First of all, you've got somewhere between 12 and 14 hours of tape. So you're going to get to hear them describe to each other as the system progresses. The ship rolled 20 degrees. How much further? Now it's rolled 30 degrees. How much further can it go? When did the captain give the order to put on life vests? Did he tell people to put on their survival suits? And when did he order the abandoned ship?
What do you think is going to be sort of the critical time frame on this recording that is going to tell us everything that we need to know about those?
The most important thing that's going to come out of this is what caused the engines to fail. Because I think a lot of people are under the impression that the ship is out at sea, the engines failed, and the ship sank. And I think it's exactly the opposite. The ship is out at sea, it went into a storm, and something about that storm caused the engines to fail, and that's why it foundered and sunk. And I think that's the most critical thing that I want to learn from these tapes.
So, the final part of the tape, what, how far into this disaster will it go? I know it goes, 12 to 14 hours.
But no, I mean, this is hooked up to the emergency generator. So until the emergency generator submerges and stops, which is very much the end, I expect the tape to continue to have a recording on it.
Wow.
So we're going to hear right up to the end, and we're going to get to hear, the orders to launch the ship and launch the lifeboats. We're going to get to hear the final blow of the whistle and the bells telling everybody to abandon ship. I think there's going to be a lot of interesting information on this particular BDR tape.
Well, Rob, thank you very much for coming here and giving us more information about this, although I wish it were under better circumstances than we were here.
Yeah, well, we'll hear more as time goes on.
Okay. Now, as we said, we are expecting to learn more as information is released in the coming weeks. Of course, we're going to keep you up to date. You can always find the latest, including this interview, online at news4jax.com. Ashley?